Senior vaping, according to the same Altria study, has risen by over 39% in 2017.
Excellent.
And I mean, that's just really, really awesome. With the pressure that came down on Juul earlier in the year for appealing to minors, forward-thinking manufacturers like Mount Baker Vapor, Vape Gravy, we're starting to focus on undersaturated markets like senior smokers. It's funny, they're ignored as a customer base because, honestly, they're the closest to dying. So people are like, yeah, I'm only going to get 3 years of business out of that. I'm not focusing my efforts toward that. But they're like, yeah, I mean, it's really true.
Sorry, no, you're right.
I'm so honest, I'm almost too honest.
Yeah, I think they call that. Yeah. I think they call that brutal honesty.
That was brutal. They're like, they're the closest to dying. Like, they're going to drop dead any minute. That's literally the idea you get when you're talking about senior smokers. You're picturing someone who talks like this and who's trying to get off of smokes. And they're also the most resistant to change. If they've been smoking Camels for 50 years, they still want to smoke their Camels. But, there is a group of seniors that's sort of like hidden among these smokers that I'll ironically call health conscious.
Right.
Because these are the people who've been put in a position where they need to quit, either for health reasons or because there's outside pressures from family or friends to quit. But, any senior that hasn't given vaping a chance is doing themselves a disservice. And let me know if you agree that any shop that hasn't focused on seniors at all or giving them a second thought is also selling themselves short.
Well, I absolutely agree with both of those things. And fortunately, I think we are seeing, and that statistic that you just brought up is showing, kind of proving what I was kind of already noticing just from, eyewitness testimony or whatever you call it, anecdotal evidence. There we go. That vaping is not age specific. As long as you're an adult and you're looking for a different source of nicotine than, combustible tobacco, like, great, do it. I think I can see why we had the problem that we did in the first place, because like when vaping first became a thing, it was kind of this very niche thing for the edgy 19-year-olds with face tattoos and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And I think that did us a disservice because it dissuaded people who didn't want to be associated with that image from trying the products in the first place.
Exactly.
But every day we are becoming more and more of a mainstream industry, and I'm proud to say, I see people with gray hair vaping all the time now.
Yeah, I do too.
And that's really cool, because I've had conversations with shop owners and stuff before about things like cloud competitions and stuff like that. It's like, hey, that's cool if that's what you want to do with a certain amount of your customer base, but just be careful about that stuff, because if a 55-year-old walks in there who's ready to try giving up cigarettes after 40 years, and that's his first impression of vaping, he's just going to turn around and go to the gas station and buy a pack of Marlboros.
That's exactly right.
And, again, not to be hyperbolic, but that means that cloud comps could potentially be literally killing people.
Exactly.
So I'm guilty of that too. When we did events for our company when we were first starting out, we did a ton of cloud comps and pre-August dates we did giveaways and stuff like that. And it's that's not what the industry should be, in my opinion.
Right. I completely agree. Definitely agree. And, and I'm really glad that vendors like you and manufacturers like you realize that hobbyist isn't the only marketplace.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just like, oh, well, that's everything that I see. But the good thing about it with the 50-plus marketplace, there are a couple of techniques where you can do to kind of get involved with seniors. You can start talking to your local chamber of commerce because they're going to know local networking opportunities for the shop and then which businesses may be interested in focusing on a similar arena. For example, Dave, Vape A Vet is a partner of ours in the Vape to Be Vital program, and we're aiming to reduce the number of senior smokers by 1 million by 2020. And so,
so great.
Yeah, that is our goal, and we're going to be fighting tooth and nail to make sure we make it.
I got to say, that's a really ambitious goal. And if any company besides Mount Baker Vapor told me that I'd be like, yeah, right, okay, whatever. But I'm interested to see what you guys are going to do, because you certainly have the potential to achieve that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to do. And we just feel that, if we can use our size for anything, the big dinosaur in the industry that's been around, if we can use our size for anything, it's to help people.